Hello and welcome back to XRP Insider News, where we offer you the latest and most exciting XRP news. We're distributing 10,000 XRP. To be eligible, all you have to do is upvote, subscribe, comment. XRP is the king who watched the video till the finish. The winners will be chosen next month and announced on the channel's community page. Many people have stated openly that the recent Bitcoin market pump should be sold and that new lows will be set. In this video, I'd like to explain whether or not you should trade this pump. Guys, there is a significant macro event coming up that will most likely influence the future trajectory of the Bitcoin market. As a result, I'm curious whether this rise is sustainable. This is something we'll go through in this video. And at the end of it all, I'll show you a brand new video of Stuart Elder Roti, the head of Ripple's legal counsel, expressing his predictions for 2023. If you're a guy, you won't want to miss this. The Bitcoin market is experiencing another good day, with prices remaining relatively stable. But, as I indicated earlier, we were simply attempting to prevent any negative price action as a result of the current news that the SEC is investigating the Genesis and Gemini transactions. Guys, it looks like the cryptocurrency market is not reacting at all. And it looks like we are merely passing through uncharted areas. The XRP price chart shows that we are currently below this key obstacle. This monster has been living beneath us for approximately 2 years. And to round things up, we need a strong break to the upside. Now, gentlemen, we have a very powerful ally beneath us. It has been in existence for around 3 years. You can now travel back in time and observe how frequently the XRP price chart bounces off this line. And, guys, this is the point at which the price is being pressed. And I believe there will be tremendous turmoil shortly. When XRP breaks through one of these major supports or resistances, they are frequently preceded by a period of intense volatility. We're simply waiting for the right moment to enter the market. Based on current timescales, many people believe that the moment XRP becomes volatile will coincide with the outcome of the Ripple SEC litigation. Based on this graph, I feel that is very likely. And I sincerely believe it could be the motivation we need to break through higher. After that, gentlemen, there is a rather big macro event taking place that will play a critical part in determining whether or not XRP or any cryptocurrency can genuinely sustain its current gains. And it has to do with traditional markets. This is true for traditional marketplaces. And right now, we're focusing on the sand, which is underneath this enormous resistance. To see the crypto markets revive, we must first ensure that the sand has bottomed out. We need relief from traditional markets since equities have continued to fall, and there is no way that cryptocurrency will recover. We should be praying that the sand was able to break over this resistance because, as this chart shows, we were on the verge of a do-or-die situation. If it does, it will almost certainly be very bullish for risk assets, because cryptocurrencies, whether people like it or not, trade like risk assets. And it's unlikely that this will change very soon. Many people believe that because cryptocurrencies operate in a completely different business, they trade in a completely different way than traditional equities, but the reality is that they are quite closely related. As a result, unless the S&P 500 can overcome this, both the equities market and cryptocurrencies may face difficulties. Now, gentlemen, we're seeing macro-level developments, and it appears that the Federal Reserve is ready to reverse direction, which would be good for equities and, by extension, cryptocurrencies. As a result, all we can do is wait and watch what happens. Now, if you're a trader in this market, this is probably where you'd want to sell. Trading norms imply that you should buy at support and sell at resistance. Guys, we're now experiencing opposition. As a result, a trader would let this chart rise through here, having probably already sold, and then purchase when it fell back down to retest here. With that said, folks, I am not a trader in the least. I don't think of markets in that sense. And the primary reason for this is that I do not invest in cryptocurrencies for that reason. Since you might have purchased Google shares over the last 20 years. I'm invested in cryptocurrencies for use cases. I'm invested in cryptocurrencies for universal adoption. It would be better if you just held it. You'd save a ton of time, effort, and, most importantly, the knowledge that you can never treat things correctly. Finding a good asset, purchasing it, retaining it, and watching its value improve as more people begin to use it has never been easier. And with that, gentlemen, just something to think about if you want to be a trader. Now, I wanted to bring this to your attention because I believe it simply supports the idea of universal acceptability, and I believe it abundantly demonstrates my lack of faith in trading assets in which I have a long-term belief, such as cryptocurrencies. Simply have a look at this. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, recently indicated on CNBC that he expects all shares and bonds to be tokenized, as well as the expansion of cryptocurrencies. Guys, BlackRock is one of the world's largest asset managers, with assets worth trillions of dollars, all of which will be tokenized and published on public blockchains. And its CEO publicly admits that he is looking forward to it, guys, because it will result in a big flood of cash into cryptocurrencies, driving up the price of our beloved assets. Simply said, you should not be trading during our event. BlackRock will not invest all of its money in cryptocurrencies at once, rather, it will do so gradually, gentlemen. However, the large injection of capital into the cryptocurrency market would drastically raise prices. I don't think it's worth exchanging to miss this event because I believe institutions will eventually invest in this asset class. I am aware that tokenization of the whole stock market, bond market, and global markets is imminent. Throughout the process, I want to be involved with cryptocurrency. I don't want to be caught trying to trade in and out of it while this is going on. We've all been waiting for a use case like this, given that this is the usefulness in the end. And, men, it's critical to understand how enormous this market could someday grow. Many people, for example, believe that the Tether is a scam. Nothing substantial is done with it. But, men, I agree. Tether is unquestionably a con artist. The most ludicrous aspect of it all, however, is how important tethers remain, despite the ongoing dispute. In 2022, have a look at this. In 2022, Visa and MasterCard reached settlements totaling $7 trillion and $14.1 trillion, respectively. Other settlements totaling $18.2 trillion were handled. Guys, it's critical to understand how fundamentally changing the system is as a result of cryptocurrency. Tether is likely to have many issues with it, but it will make value move so much faster and more effectively than it will completely obliterate these traditional techniques. It's also unclear whether Tether will be around in 15 years. However, the fact that Tether is already outperforming MasterCard and Visa should, in my opinion, indicate where this market is headed. Wait till we have actual dollar peg systems supported by open and trustworthy persons. Guys, the compensation amounts will be in the hundreds of trillions of dollars, and the market ripple is specifically designed to disrupt us. Furthermore, rippling is a fantastic actor. I sincerely believe that one day, Visa and MasterCard will be mentioned in the same breath as cryptocurrencies such as XRP and Ripple because they will be required to use Ripple's payment rails. It appears that at this point, Visa and MasterCard are simply unable to perform the same functions as cryptocurrencies. And, in my opinion, the fact that a shady company like Tether may outnumber them in terms of settlement volume demonstrates this point emphatically. Wait till there are rules, guys, because utilities will rise. We have actual industry participants. And, gentlemen, I believe this explains why I am unwilling to trade in this market. Instead, I would rather buy it at a discount and keep it for a while. It's simply not worth it for me to swap in and out of various items. When I see the kinds of things that gave me such confidence in the fundamentals, because I'm in it for the long haul, I'm looking to buy and hold these items. As you look back over my portfolio over the last 10 to 15 years, be pleased with that option. I guess we'll see how that goes, guys. You might always argue that you should have sold the pump you bought at the bottom of the market rather than swapping it. But, guys, that's not how I roll, and I'm curious about your thoughts. Do you prefer to hold on to your cryptocurrency assets in the hope of widespread adoption? I'd like to conclude this film by presenting you with a video of Stuart Eldorado talking about his predictions for Ripple and cryptocurrencies in 2023. Do you like to flip them and try to profit from the volatility? Eldorado, I suppose, is one of those people who commands a lot of attention when he speaks. So take close attention to this recording before we break it down quickly. It usually takes a lawyer 30 seconds to say something on one hand and another 30 seconds to say it on the other, but let's try. Hello, this is Stu Elder, and I'll be back in a minute with Bitcoin. As a result, crypto control is advantageous because well sleep. First, there is a widespread misconception that cryptocurrency business members are anti-regulation. And I believe that trustworthy participants in the Bitcoin business support regulation. Furthermore, they want regulation because it will benefit their business. It is advantageous to the clients. It is advantageous to the markets. And there are precise rules that must be followed to get there. Predictable outcomes occur from the constant application of explicit regulation. And predictable consequences benefit everyone. You cannot obey the law if you do not understand what it requires. Furthermore, when the law is applied inconsistently, unforeseen outcomes occur, which is not helpful for anyone. So, in my perspective, appropriate regulation requires this. And, in the cryptosphere, I feel we are making progress. Certain markets get it right. Some markets make errors. I'll leave now because I only have 1 second left. After hearing what you've just heard, I believe it's necessary to wonder how good the SEC would be if Stuart was in charge. We'd have sensible regulations, and everyone would be aware of them. Furthermore, there would be no enforcement cracking down on good actors or those simply wanting to begin their business. The city of El Dorado, Stuart, I believe you are correct. All we need are regulations that are simple and logical. Guys, I believe that Ripple is laying the way for this firm to succeed. XRP, I believe, will also be the first cryptocurrency to be regulated and have such certainty. Anyway, gentlemen, I appreciate your presence. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this video. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. For the time being, it genuinely means a great deal.